Hey, check this out. All right, so Sunday is moving right along, and we're gonna do stupid things. Let me show you. Mega Drive Prototypes. Today's a prototype type day. Just so happened that this is the stuff I had, and this is the stuff that seemed most interesting to me. And this pack, Drag and Drop made. Thank you, Drag and Drop. And Jackal helped out with, as always. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to start with something Star Wars-y. Why? Because it's May the 4th now, as of 15 minutes ago in New York.
Star Wars Day. Forced Star Wars holiday because it sounds like Star Wars, does it? It does.
I'm just stalling here. This is the information. This is what this game is. It never came out. This was a Mega Drive version of a Star Wars game before LucasArts switched over to the Sega Mega CD for its superior graphical abilities. Ultimately, neither version was released. Super Star Wars originally released for the Super Nintendo in 1992, but yeah, just was covered in magazines but never released. Get ready for some crusty fucking Mega Drive music. Oh god. Wait, is this Star Wars music? Oh, this is... Oh, a lightsaber? Well, Super Star Wars I played on the Super Nintendo, so this is similar, it's just the lightsaber's real fucking weird. I like the score is THX 1138, that's a nice little reference. Then you have some other weird attacks that just don't look right. Oh yeah, the Genesis had capabilities far beyond what you're hearing right now, musically. Chat, I've been a lifelong fan of Star Wars. I don't know what this music is. Is this just generic space? Are these gremlins? Or are they womp rats? Those look like gremlins. It's just generic music. Yeah, it's just generic-ass music. Like a remix of the main fanfare? Alright. Yeah, this is a really early prototype. You can tell... Oh, I was gonna say you can tell by there not being any life bar, but it seems that I've perished. Oh, okay. This is definitely the type of music I expected fighting the boss. Stanky Jizz music. Again, that is actually the name of this genre of music. It's jizz. Also, Luke has a gun, and it just shoots bullets. I really like this one. This is a good prototype to start off with. This... That was the force move that Luke used in Empire Strikes Back when he was in the fucking carbonite chamber. And Vader then said, "Impressive. Most impressive." Same force power. Oof. Well, you can tell Luke and 3PO are in the speeder, but boy does this one look crusty. I guess it's just a proof of concept, you know, to get started, but, again, I don't know this music. Again, I operate under the assumption that I know all of these are prototypes. I'm still just making commentary and enjoying them. I mean, it's okay for Mode 7. It's okay. I want to see a cutscene. I don't want to see a cutscene. You don't want to see a cutscene. You don't want to see anything. There are no cutscenes. I don't want to see any cutscenes. These poor Jawas. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. Like, Aladdin on the Genesis, in my reckoning, was better than the Super Nintendo version. And if this had released, it probably would have been a little bit inferior to the Super Nintendo version. That's just my opinion. Really? I like the Genesis version better of Aladdin, because I like the sword. Aladdin has a sword, man, and and in the Super Nintendo version, he throws apples. It's all about the sword, you see? Apples just aren't as cool. When you're growing up and you're playing a Aladdin video game, you want a sword. I was disappointed when I rented that game and I'm like, where's the sword? I played this at my friend's house and there was a fucking sword. Shoot. Oh, Luke is out of bullets for his fucking revolver. Dennis is 110, Dennis is net him. Man, they're jizzing it up with this music. Not bad for a prototype, though. I mean, I don't know how far along development this was, but... I mean, it plays okay. Wow, I have no bullets now, either. I mean... It feels like the framework is here for what could have been a port of Super Star Wars. So that's something. But yeah, we're really, I mean, this developer is really leaning into, LucasArts is really leaning into the jizz. Because every stage so far has jizz music. Yeah, I had never heard the word jizz before, so I thought jazz and jizz, it would be, totally innocent and fine. And then years later, I had people laughing behind my back, and I didn't know why, but... I found out later that, well, the word jizz already existed, and... So, I'm doing a special edition where, the jizz music is replaced with hip-hop. Oh, this isn't done yet. I mean, obviously, but this one's not even close. Tatooine Desert 2. Oh boy. No. Well, I mean, they laid out the game's general kind of thing. This again. Obi-Wan Canyon. You know the scene where Obi-Wan fights off the, was that it? Man, I love when Obi-Wan fights the frogs. When Luke and Obi-Wan have to fight a bunch of frogs on a canyon, and then he goes, "Woo!" Bantha stage. I like their faces. Wow, they explode when you kill them. That's Bantha Poodoo, you know? Chat, this is a weird mechanic with this gun. Where you hold the button to pull the gun out, and then you have to point in a direction to fire it. Strange. Why are you killing friendlies? Because you can't get past them otherwise. I just want to see how far they got along. Land of Sandmen. Oh god. I love this song, but holy shit. Sandmen. They have large, expanded fingers. The fingers protrude. Vinny, view cutscene. I wish they worked. Okay, now we're actually getting into their cave, and there's a meatworm. I mean, I applaud the attempt. It's not that bad, but... You know, like, Super Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, they had to expand a lot of this to get it into a platformer video game, and so it's just like, here's a bunch of random weird enemies that you might have seen, maybe for a second, but most of them you didn't see. Wow, that's a big-ass womp rat. That's supposed to be a womp rat. Again, just looks like a gremlin. Wow. Well, Mos Eisley, this is fine for the music that we have now. I'm spending a little bit of extra time on this game because it's Star Wars Day, and I'm also fascinated by this game so much. The stormtroopers look good. They look like stormtroopers. They almost work. They have aim just about as good as regular stormtroopers. Also, that's a hidden Yoda, I can see it. There's those crates that are in Star Wars. The famous crates that look like companion cubes. Okay, let's check out a couple more levels. Cantina boss? There's a boss in the cantina? Oh shit, there they are, the Jizz Whalers. That's them. Oh, also, wait a minute. Look at the idle animation when Luke looks at the screen. Is that an emote? There's no emotion on that face. There's no okay. Is this supposed to be the dude that Obi-Wan chops off his arm? He doesn't like you either! You better watch yourself! You'll be dead! No, it can't- he's huge. I don't remember this. Well, they didn't program the rest of this in. Play dumb jot, human! It's the monster from the chess game. Oh, jeez, you're probably right. Stormtrooper. I don't remember this in the original Star Wars either. Someone said Eggman. It's half Eggman. There's two stormtroopers. Absolutely, it's fantastic. Whoa. Whoa, those- whoa! Alright. Aren't those droids just supposed to clean the fucking floor? Mouse droids are fun. Rescue... Side-scrolling rescue of Princess Leia. Ah yes, good level. Wow. I had this as a kid. This would climb the wall. It had suction cups. And then you would, like, let it climb the wall. I'm not kidding. There was a toy I had as a kid that looked kind of like this Robert. That was easy. And you would, it would just climb the wall, yeah. Okay. The trench, generator boss, Death Star surface. First person attack on Death Star. bold to assume they would have been able to do that, but... just imagine it in your head. Well, that was an interesting prototype. I enjoyed that. It's not gonna be, as recognizable as Star Wars. Maybe it will be, I don't know. Here's Bill's Tomato Game. Also on Mega Drive, or Genesis, as you Genesis. So sadly, I don't have information on these, but the GBA prototypes I will. It did look a little bit like Mr. Plinkett. Man, poor tomatoes. Of all the vegetables, they get the worst games for Sunday stream. I've streamed several tomato Sunday games, and they're usually just fucking awful. That tree face. I'm gonna need a screenshot of the tree face. Vinny, where do these prototypes come from? Oh no. Oh no, Jack, I'm not revealing my secrets. I don't know where they come from. It won't let me place it. I don't know if it was programmed in or not. Let's see. Oh, I have to hold the button down. It's like angry tomatoes. So wait, is this the game? Is this the... Chat, yeah, it's a weird early version of the Flash game that later became various other games. I do like the please leave us alone sign in the background. That's a really... Thanks. It certainly is a tomato game, and it definitely is a prototype, though. I will say it's a little bit further along. It kind of almost reminds me a little bit of Angry Birds mixed with that weird... What game did I play that one time? The Incredible game? The Incredible Invention? The Incredible Device? Incredible Machine. Oh, and Bad Rats. I forgot about Bad Rats. I try not to think about Bad Rats, but it reminds me of Bad Rats as well. Akira? Akira? I still have to watch this one day. My mods have been trying to get me to watch this for the past 2 years. 3, 4, maybe more. But I either hate anime or I'm a closet weeb. So, I don't know. Haven't figured out which one yet. This music. Is this what it sounds like? The movie? Motorcycle rumble, take out clowns on Neo Tokyo's mean streets. Excuse me, what do you mean clowns? Decent little cutscene. Oh, it's one of these. Is my am I playing as the titular Akira? And if so, why am I jostling this motorcycle? I'm playing as John Akira. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. John Akimbo. Well, it's a prototype. This one was really high profile, lost media, as it was the only video game adaptation of Akira ever to be made. It was only showed off one time. Oh, okay, well that adds a little bit of, weight to this, even if there's no music, no enemies, no objective. If I saw this in, like, 1993? Not 1995, but, like, 1993, and I saw just some, like, some footage of this, like, from, like, you know, like a TV screen, like a TV television screen, CRT, tube television TV screen, I might think, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. Hmm. I don't know what's going on. What? Yo, what? On the Genesis? I mean, well, it's a Doom-ish kind of game, but you don't actually turn, you just strafe. What the fuck?! I'm assuming I just had the movie spoiled for me. Don't worry, none of this makes sense to me whatsoever. I don't know how to turn. There may not be a turn button, chat. Vinny, I'm an idiot. There are other ones. It's this segment that made it so famous when it was never released. Oh, because of, like, first person? I can't believe that nurse just exploded. This is really a very oh, I found a way to turn. I think. Well, this is... Oh, you have to hold a button to turn, and then you can strafe. I see. So strafing is the default. It's kinda decent. I would have been impressed. Definitely. Like, they're attempting some pretty crazy shit on the Genesis. Or Sega Mega Drive. I still cannot believe what I'm witnessing with these explosions. I also love that this is like... Chad, this was a famous game for being the first use of algo music in video game history. Pretty well done cutscenes too. And then you get the stock standard side scroller, of course. It's very it tries to impress with animations and the actual gameplay here is very stilted. But, you know, the Super Nintendo had its fair share of shit like that. I can't tell you how, yeah, flashback. I can't tell you how many games I rented where I was like, yeah, Super Metroid! And then I play it, and it's just like Lester the Unlikely. Well, I live here now, behind the wall. That is where I live. Okay, now we got another segment. First person. This might be one of the most interesting prototypes, even if I have no idea what's happening. It's one of the most unique, especially for the system it's on. Yeah, there don't seem to be more people to explode. People are like, Vinny, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I don't, listen, fair enough, but it's like, if I told you that this Frog Dude game is a spoiler for Final Fantasy VII, which it could be a little bit, by the way, and you're like, I've never played Final Fantasy VII, that doesn't make any sense. That's how I feel about that Akira prototype. Chrono Trigger spoilers, yeah, pretty much. Wow. So, I have no... Again, I kind of don't mind going in with no information. But you become like a handsome frog dude. That's why it's called Frog Dude. Someone just said, well, you play as a frog dude. And they're like, yeah, that's good enough. Which, sadly, that blasé attitude is why the game was never finished or released. Can we get some algo music, at least? Man. Froggers. Well, you're a frog, and you're a dude, and there's robot arms, so that's another Final Fantasy VII spoiler. That's it. That's the whole game. You've seen it. It's Frog Dude. Yeah! I might have played this one. I'll be honest, I don't remember it for a second, but I do remember the name, and I remember learning it was a comic book character. It might have not been the Mega Drive version, though. It's a very basic fighter. Lobo's a parody of the grim, dark-leaning superhero stuff of the late 80s, early 90s. Do you remember when Superman had a mullet? This is a weird fucking time for Superman. That's what they should do for the next Superman movie. They should get someone who rocks a mullet well and do that era of Superman. Since the DC universe has already tried to do, like, super dark Superman and it didn't really work. I don't even feel like I'm playing a video game right now, chat. I really, like, don't know if I have control over my character. Someone said, what is color? Yeah, I mean... Even if it is a parody of the grimdark stuff, if you didn't tell me that, I would have just thought it was grimdark. Oh, finally, more colors. With, that armor, that's so very effective. Chat, look at her image in the top right. I want to make a joke on the words Killer Instinct, but also use the words crust. But I can't do it. She looks like a Gelfling from, you know, the thing. Dark Crystal.
Gelfling essence! Yes! Yes, Gelfling! Get in the bucket, Gelfling!
Notice her face, like, changes the more you fight. Like, she's kinda starts with a pog face. A little bit, and then it goes into Gelfling. Crustier instinct. Well, listen, it's a prototype, it never came out, right? We know that. I've played another Lobo game. I don't think it was this one specifically. Chat, look at the top right. Meh. Not even once. Pretty sure this got cancelled right before release. That's a kick in the balls. Factor 5, huh? Okay. Factor 5 on the Sega Mega Drive. With Bomberman prototype. 8-player Bomberman. I don't know what kind of stuff you needed to get 8-player Bomberman working. Like, on the Genesis, was there a multi-tap accessory? I am my own worst enemy. Mr. Nutz. Yeah, the Super Nintendo had a multi-tap. I didn't realize the, Genesis had one. The Mana Fortress. Hello, I've got a message for you. Strange things have happened. Hello, I've got a message for you. Strange things have happened on the mainland. Chickens from outer space are trying to conquer the world. We need your help. I'm on my way. How can I Hey, hands off my chest. What? From now on, the chickens rule this world. We hide our treasures in chests and bombs to blow up stones. Just stand in front of a stone and press fire oh, okay, that kind of, like, treasure chests. That is a treasure chest straight out of Link to the Past. It's different enough. Wait. This isn't the game, is it? This is a world map, isn't it? Hey, what's your name? I am a little hit point. I am Nutz. I am Little Nutz. So you are... It's real easy to accidentally, like, click off of a text box. You're the squirrel that struggles against the chickens. The little hit points will accompany you. If an enemy hits you, a hit point will save your life, and it... Are we sure this is the game? I am nuts. Oh well. Chest is locked. This is a very I mean, granted, I'm not reading everything, but I'm still very confused. Vinny touch the flag? I can't. Now I can. Oh shit! That is a world map! I thought that was the whole game, and so did chat. And it's Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's way too fast. Boy, this could have been in the, Forgotten Mascots collection. Dear Lord. You get so much momentum from even doing the littlest things. The littlest nuts. The music is fine. My eyes hurt. Yeah, this is another weird one. It seems like it's almost, like, done. Like, the game itself feels pretty far along. It's just, there's dialogue is thrown at you every 2 seconds. This game had an official release on the Super Nintendo. Was it this, like, super rad cool fast with bright colors like this? This is the sequel to Mr. Nutz? It came out on the Mega Drive too, but it was way different. And no, it was a bit better, so it's a- wow, that's a fucking short level. Oh, there is a readme with all this. Mr. Nutz, I don't have any info on this one. It's a game, a pretty weird one at that. Alright, never mind. Here's what I can tell you. Mega Bomberman, shown to Hudson as a proof of concept pitch, allowing 8 players to play simultaneously, while the use of two-player team player add-ons. While Hudson was impressed, they would eventually work with Westone to create the retail version. There's not much info, but I do have an early prototype of Putty Squad. That frog's neck is disgusting. I am completely... wait a minute, I thought I was the dude that looked like Bubsy. Chat, I think I'm this booger. What? I am every sprite. Big Berg. How big that Berg is. Okay. Well, it's yeah. It's debug. I mean, debug. It's basically debug mode. Yo, wait a minute. Nope. Nope. Well, that was an early prototype. Now here's the next version. It says you can only control Putty if you have a controller in the second slot. This one's 1995, has working menus, and you can control the Putty with the first controller. Oh. Look at that Sonic the Hedgehog style in the bushes. Well, you are John Putty, and your mission is to become an angel. This sounds like foreboding reading Rainbow music. Rainbow. It just sounds like if Reading Rainbow was threatening. It's like mildly threatening. The bass line for a minute reminded me of that song, Somebody I Used to Know, or whatever it is. What's the Gautier song? He had a song? It doesn't matter. The Gautier song, yeah. Again, I can't get, like, too upset. Like, it's a prototype, but there's some really... some really confusing things happening right now.
first pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic selects
Putty Squad at the time was only ever released on Super Nintendo. The original Amiga version was never released. Mega Drive ports were cancelled. The game was then finally released on Amiga in 2013, with ports being released on PS3, PS4, PS Vita, 3DS, and more. Anyway, this game is called Shaq versus the Legends, as you can see there. So Shaq had another game that wasn't Shaq Fu. Wow, look at- oh god. Oh man, I love when they tried to get, like, actual human faces on the Super Nintendo and Genesis. Shaq, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, is that Michael Jordan? John Basketball. Shaq again, maybe? Double Shaq? I don't know who this dude is with the mustache. I call him, Slim Pickens. Atlantic City. Wait, was I able to select Atlantic City, New Jersey? Atlantic City, New Jersey. I don't know what's happening. I do not know what's happening. Why does this dude have a mullet and a mustache? That's not the basketball player. I just don't know. It's like late 70s, early 80s style. I don't know what's going on here. But just remember, whenever you see EA Sports these days, or EA in general, think back to this. Vinny, that's Larry Bird. Did Larry Bird have a fucking mustache? Oh, this might be like basketball players from the past, which is why this guy has a mullet and a mustache. Maybe it's like someone actually from the 70s. Bird did have a mustache. Oh. Yeah, well, you can't get more generic than this for a basketball game. At least the basketball sounds good. Vinny, why are you playing as Butthead? Create a player. Okay, I'm gonna make a player. This is kind of innovative. So the height, of course, is gonna be 7 foot 11 inches. Weight 290 pounds. Head, well, it's not the most detailed character creator, chat. Okay, this isn't Skyrim. This isn't even Oblivion. This is, oh, there he is, cool. Jersey color. Hell yeah. Jersey Shore. That's what this is. Hey, bruh. You want to hit up Jersey Shore? You want to hit up Jenks? Bruh. Come on, dude. What do you want to do? Come on, let's go to Jenks, dude. Come on. We'll get fucking, Jaeger shots. Come on, Jaeger. This dude handles balls better than anyone. Alright? I believe he's also a principal. His smarts will be 0, but his power, yeah, so 0 skills, 0 smarts. This is my dude. I'll call him Jenk. And where are we gonna play? We're gonna play, they only have Atlantic City, or Newark. That's fine. Newark is close enough, I suppose. Okay. If any Long Island was an option, that'll work. For my bro, Long Island would definitely work. Now I just need to find him. Chet, has anyone seen Jenk? It doesn't look like it. Okay, well, it's Shaq versus Shaq, and Random Dude. Random Dude. Very good. Nice. There's a dude in the audience with blue hair, and he looks like he's gonna fucking jump onto the fucking court and tackle one of the basketball players and get his ass kicked. I don't know why. It's spiky. It's juggalish. Juggalesque. Mystical Ninja Goemon in human form. God, imagine playing basketball against 3 Shaqs. This is what the game would be. It would be this. Some juicy Shaq meat. I want to see what Create a Slam is. This is... oh. Alright. No creating slam.
Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. 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 Don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Don't fake the funk on a nasty dunk.
You could do a remix of that. So I'm sure someone could use that sound clip somewhere.
The first pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal.
Half the sounds are missing. Well, still a pretty cool prototype. That Create a Player was a little bit ahead of its time, even if it was extremely limited. Okay. Time Trax. Don't fake the funk on a nasty duck. Malibu Comics. THQ Software. Okay, so a lot of familiar names tonight. Vinny, you've played this one? Oh, is this Tim Follett music? Yep, it sounds like Tim Follett music. It's amazing. This is what the Mega Drive was capable of. That looks like someone I can't quite... It's like Martin Sheen mixed with, like, a foot. August 17, 2160. That face! You're gonna need a screenshot of that, too. That could come in handy. Oh shit, IQ of 204. Gonna need it. Yep, screenshot of that as well. $120-year life expectancy. Man, this dude... This is the $1 million man. I don't remember having played this. I think I would remember these stanky faces. You did play a Genesis bootleg? I played this in a Genesis bootleg, but it was called something else? Oh. Every one of these faces has been a reaction face of some kind. pellet projection tube, the standard police weapon of the day. What fucking schlock am I being fed right now? He graduated first in his class and got assignment of choice, fugitive retrieval. Oh my god. His arrest record declined sharply. Uh-oh. People are saying I played a version of this called Call of Duty Ghosts on the Genesis. I mean, if you say so. You know, hundreds of Sunday streams. Okay, now it's a little bit familiar, but I don't know. You liked the leather jacket? Vinny, do you ever get tired of Sunday streams? Not if I do interesting things. Like, I like learning about prototypes and weird shit like this. But, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit tough. If I'm playing just bad games, then, it starts to suck. But if I mix it up, I have no problem doing them. Poor Tim Follin gets... like, he gets recognition from us, and, you know, like, I only learned about the dude recently, but I'll tell you what, his music is so fucking good, but boy does he work on some shit games. Vinny, if you want to see the first time you played this game, yeah, I do, actually, let me click on that. It was Shitty Sega Genesis Games Part 1, right? And it was 4127 in Genesis. What the fuck? That sounds about right. Oh, we're in for a treat, aren't we? Still sound dead on the inside. Okay, there was no intro. Chat, it's different. So check this out. I'm gonna show you footage from my stream 3 years ago of me playing this game called Call of Duty Ghosts for the Genesis for some weird reason. Yes! It's everything I hoped it would be and more. So, he's wearing green pants, for one. He's got a life bar. Enemy? You'll use your superpowers. Oh boy, I was so young then. I was so young. Boy, to be young, right, chat? To be the tender age of 31. Also, this game is running too fast. You'll hear, like, you heard the music was a little slower. I don't know how to actually change that. But yeah, we didn't see any of the cutscenes. I don't believe. So, we got some good reaction faces. Vinny, what made you a Rickenbacker guy? Well, Sunday stream is usually not a good time to ask guitar questions, but I'm not. It was just my new toy at the time. I'll be honest, I don't like the way Rickenbackers sound for the type of music I make. I like the guitar, I like the neck, but I need to figure out how to make it sound good in the way I want. I'm too into Fender and Gretsch. But they look cool as fuck, and if you want to play some really good rhythm that sounds like 60s, Rickenbackers are really great choices, but I never figured it out. Rickenbacker basses are amazing though, yeah. So yeah, this is your standard game. I guess it never came out. I don't know what the fuck that Call of Duty Ghosts was, or why it was. Oh my god, spiders. They come out of the foreground. I hate them. Those spiders are so big they actually damage my name, Cunt Bentley. And that's Mega Drive Prototypes. I have more Game Boy Advance prototypes up next, but that's just the Mega Drive ones for now. Pretty cool. I like the Star Wars one the best, just because it had so much varied music, which is just that one Jizz song. But some interesting things to learn about. Frog Dude was a frog. Very crusty. So stick around and take a brief break, and I've got plenty of Game Boy prototypes. Let me take a look and see which games I have. Resident Evil 2, Turok, Banjo Pilot, and more. Interesting. So yeah, stick around if you want to see some of that shit. Or you don't have to, I don't mind. You can go watch someone else if you want to. Whatever works for you. I'll be right back, Chat Yacht.